Back in March, I had a question. Is it possible to build a working ship in Minecraft? Not just one that sails, but one with working cannons and maybe the ability to launch smaller boats. A bit of a steep request, but Minecraft mods have steadily gotten more advanced as time goes on, and, as it turns out, yes, I can build a ship with working systems that sails. So, allow me to show you the giant Yamato. Now, you may question why I've gone with such a big Yamato. If you've seen my first video, you'll know that I actually have already built the Yamato. This ship can fit the jet boats and some of the working systems, but I wanted more space to play with. Given the height and width of the player, I ballparked a scale and ended up with a Yamato that is 400 odd blocks long and almost double the original's width. This allows for a lot more extra detail and a lot more little gimmicks, along with having more space to house the jet boats. Now, this isn't the first time I've tried to do this. I've wanted to sail a Minecraft ship around the world for ages. There's something about exploration in Minecraft that really draws me in, and being a boat guy, I wanted to do it in a ship. But what ship? Well, I have several options, ranging from sailing ships to customized exploration vessels and even historical ships. Instead, I went with Yamato. Now, Yamato is a bit of a weird choice for this role, but she does have several things that give her an upper hand compared to other vessels, specifically her boat and aircraft hangars. Both of these are exactly what I want in an exploration ship. And of course, the ship has a lot of armament. So let's jump into that. Thanks to Create Big Cannons, Create Interactive, and the Create mod, I'm able to make fully working turrets that turn and with working cannons that can elevate and fire. I didn't just stop at the main battery, of course. The same applies to the secondary battery and the anti-aircraft defenses. The smaller we go, the more janky the turrets become. Now, there are some decorative features on the ship, for example the spinning rangefinders. They aren't tied to the main battery, partially because they're for decoration, and partly because I want the flexibility to operate each turret on local control. There are two manual AA mounts on the superstructure that sorta work. They do fire, but the world disappears when you interact with them. Not an issue given the other weapons available to me on the ship, so these two AA mounts, for now, are just for decoration. Included in the ship, for some extra fun, is the ship's hydrophone. While not at all accurate to how a hydrophone works, it's mainly there just for fun and as a small gimmick. Also near the bow is the ship's anchors, both are capable of being lowered and raised. Since the ship is a Valkyrien Sky/Eureka ship, it doesn't drift in the water, so this is just a cool feature the ship has. Before we jump into the ship's hangars, let's talk about the craft that will be stored in them. This is my own creation, a jet boat. It's a fast, low-draft vessel that has room for two. There is also this funny little lever that makes it fly. The jet boat is small enough to navigate around tight corners and over very shallow stretches of water, basically where Yamato would never have a chance of going. Now that we have our boat, let's see how we can store it in the mothership. But say I want to get that jet boat, just down there, up onto the hangar deck, up here. How do I do that? Well, it's pretty simple. First, I'm going to open the door and the guard. The guard goes down there, the door opens. But now you have the problem of getting this up to here. That's where this comes in. You extend the arm, which will go out to where the jet boat is over here. Like so. And then, we're going to use water. Now this is a fun little thing that happens between two Valkyrien Skies ships, and it means I can bring the jet boat out from the ocean onto the hangar deck, and we can bring it into the hangar like so. So once the jet boat is in the hangar, we can simply retract the water and retract the arm. We can head inside, raise the guard up, we can also close the door. And just like that, we have the ability to deploy vehicles and retrieve them aboard the ship, which is pretty cool. And we've got tons of space here, so we can put multiple of these things in here. But of course, boats aren't the only thing Yamato has hangar space for. She also has hangar space for aircraft. Now, the system to launch aircraft is pretty simple, really. First, you open the big door here for the hangar. Then you roll the aircraft out into this open bay here. You then shut the door. Now up here we have to move the crane, which is fairly simple, like so. You can then press the elevator button up here, and the plane will be lifted up to the main deck. Now, the real Yamato didn't have an elevator right here to lift the plane up, of course, but there isn't really a way for me to use this crane to lift that plane up, so this will do the trick for now. Once the plane has reached the upper parts here, you can open these fence gates, you can hop aboard, and you can roll the plane off to the main deck here. And now you can take off from the deck if you so wanted to. I actually don't know how to fly this. Oh, okay, well, we're in the air now. There we go. That's kind of got it. There we go. How does one stop the engine on this plane? I haven't done this in a hot minute. I'll just... Sure. Yeah. Alright. This is how we're gonna do things. So that covers the weapons and utility of the Yamato. Now then, let's move on to the decorations. As you can see, the ship's decks are empty. The reason for that is so that when you're in survival and you're building on this thing, you've got plenty of room to customize and add things here. I have, however, made this room. It's a nice, just little basic bedroom and kitchen and stuff. Oh, actually, before we continue. Perfect. Alright. The interior of this room is fairly basic. Some tables and chairs, along with a bed, a globe that is supposed to rotate but doesn't. Down a small hallway is a bathroom with a shower and bathtub and a small office. And since we are below the waterline, we have some unwanted creatures down here with us. But down here is the ship's boiler room and engine rooms. This is one of the big boiler rooms. We use chisel and bits to add some detail to the ship's boilers here. This is the second boiler. Ooh, a lot more life in here. The ship's second... I am so sorry. Oh no. Oh no, the massacre. But anyway, this is the ship's second boiler room. Very similar to the first one. And the third boiler room, which is facing the other direction here. And in here is one of the ship's great turbines. We've got 4 of them. One on the other side of this wall, 2 on the other side of this wall right here. I have gone and omitted a few details, otherwise it would be very difficult to navigate through here, but thanks to the water, we can just kind of swim up top to see. They are purely for decoration. They add nothing to the ship apart from making it look a little cooler. Now, if I were a bit more sensible, I would just put the ship engine block above the waterline and not have to come down here as often. But there is actually a lot of decks that are below the waterline that I would like to take advantage of, and that means coming down here more often than I'm really willing to admit, and dealing with creatures like this guy right here. Now, in order to do that, that does mean I'm going to have to, breathe below the waterline, and there are a couple ways to do that, but the way I'm going to go with is a little mechanic that's been in the game for a while that doesn't really get a lot of attention. The conduit. Now, the conduit is a really nice, simple solution. It gives me the ability to breathe and to see underwater, which means I can come down here and build walls for rooms and things, add some extra storage down here, and if I had a sword and shield, I could come down here and fight the many, many creatures that dwell in the lower decks. Besides the ship, the Minecraft world needs revamping as well. A ship this size wouldn't really work with the way the game generates terrain, so thanks to continents and deeper oceans, I can change how the game generates the terrain to be a bit more friendly to a large ship like this one. There are also lots of new structures and mobs from different mods, as listed in the description. Now, this is all good, but why do this? Well, originally I wanted to push the boundaries and make a survival series using all these mods together. The mods may not limit me, but my computer will. Sadly, it struggles to handle all of the mods at once on many, many occasions, which doesn't really make for a good viewing experience. So has this 8-month endeavor been for nothing? Not really. I've achieved something I've wanted to see in the game since forever, and the final limit to conquer is a physical one with my computer. Minecraft is a game of infinite possibilities, and 2024's modding scene has been nothing short of phenomenal. So many new and exciting things are coming out this year, so if there's anything to take away from this, is that this game of blocks can be molded into anything. It's a game for everyone. You can play survival or creative, modded, or vanilla. This has been a passion project and an incredibly fun experiment in what Minecraft can do. I've had a lot of fun with this, and I hope after seeing all the stuff I've done, it's gotten you interested as well. When you open up a Minecraft world, it's all yours. The possibilities are truly endless, so don't hold back. mod the game or play vanilla, and enjoy this brilliant world and this brilliant game to its fullest potential.